Hello, my friends, and welcome to a video that I am very excited about. Today, we are going to be taking a relaxing wander in the world of Teyvat in Genshin Impact. Genshin Impact has been one of my biggest gaming surprises of the past couple of years. When I first played it, I was kind of dubious. I really didn't know what to expect, but I'd heard some very positive buzz about it, and some of the things people were saying sounded like something I might enjoy. And so, almost 2 years ago now, actually, I put up a video here on the channel of my first hour or so playing Genshin Impact, and at the time I could not have imagined how hard I was going to fall into that game, how much I was going to love Genshin Impact for a whole host of reasons. It is a very charming game, from the writing and the characters to just the story, and the graphics are just incredibly beautiful. These sort of anime inspired graphics, they look like they're straight out of a Studio Ghibli film, to the unbelievable music and the gorgeous soundscapes. Genshin Impact has a lot of heart. It is a really incredible achievement of a game, and that is what I would like to share with all of you in this video. This is what I hope will be the first of a series of Genshin Impact wandering videos, travels in Teyvat, if you will. But, of course, that is up to you. If you do enjoy this video and would like to see more of the vast and magical and beautiful world of Teyvat in ASMR style, please do let me know down in the comments. I read them all. I would love to hear from you. And like I said, I would love to make this a series because there is so much to see and hear through the gorgeous landscapes of Teyvat. It really is a huge and incredible world. It's filled with all kinds of fascinating things, fascinating creatures, fascinating landscapes, beautiful art direction as well. But you know what else has beautiful art direction, gorgeous landscapes, fascinating creatures? Yeah, these beautiful graphic tees from this video's sponsor, Into the AM. Into the AM are sellers of elevated everyday apparel, and that means that they make awesome clothes, clothes that look amazing, clothes that feel amazing, clothes that are easy to care for, clothes that will get you noticed when you're out and about. Designs like this beautiful fractal flamingo design. This tee right here is one of my favorite of the latest batch that they've sent over for me to check out. It is vibrant, it is colorful, it's got these fascinating polygonal flamingos on it, but they've got all kinds of other incredible designs as well for you to check out on their website. And right now, right this moment, they have a clearance sale going on where you can save up to 95% off their entire range of apparel, which ranges from t-shirts to hoodies to bandanas and shorts and underwear and caps and all kinds of stuff. So don't miss out on their clearance sale. They have t-shirts as cheap as like $7, and they all feature these beautiful, exclusively licensed designs. If you've been to Into the AM before, it's worth going back again and checking out their new designs, because they're getting new designs every single month. And as if saving 95% wasn't enough, you can save an additional 10% off your entire order by using the link down at the top of the video description, or offer code the ASMR Nerd at checkout. That will save you 10% off your entire order, in addition to whatever you manage to save through this incredible clearance sale. Now, I should warn you, the clearance sale, it only lasts for a short amount of time after I publish this video, so make sure if you're interested, you head on over there right away. So, my friends, if you are interested in awesome looking, awesome feeling, easy to care for apparel, make sure you check out Into the AM, the sponsors of today's video. Big thanks to Into the AM for their continued support. Hello, my friends. It's Nick, the ASMR nerd, and welcome to the beautiful world of Teyvat in Genshin Impact. Teyvat is a vast and magical place full of wondrous things to see, ancient mysteries, and fantastical places to experience. And today we are going to be taking a relaxing wander through this gorgeous realm. We begin our travels in Teyvat, perched on a precipice overlooking a vast mine. This is the Chasm, an ancient and legendary mine works situated in the far southwestern corner of the noble nation of Liyue. The Chasm is a storied place. It has been worked by the miners of Liyue for centuries. Many centuries. And it's not only a mine, but also an ancient battlefield and a graveyard and a tomb of sorts as well. What you see on the surface here is incredible and awe-striking enough, but the chasm goes down, 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 deep into the depths of the subterranean earth. And far, far down in the inky blackness are strange, wondrous, and dangerous things. But we are not actually here to see the chasm today, as impressive as it may be. No, we are at the chasm because it is the gateway to the nation of Sumeru. Sumeru, which has just recently become accessible. It's the neighboring nation to Liyue. It's located south and west, and it is the nation of wisdom and scholarship, as well as ancient mystery. It's covered in lush, beautiful jungles and barren, sand-swept deserts. And that is where we will be traveling today. As I mentioned, the chasm is on the border with the nation of Sumeru. And as a matter of fact, it lies just past these cliffs behind us. These are the cinnabar cliffs of the chasm. And Sumeru is just the other side. Now, if we wanted, we could climb up over these cliffs and glide down into Sumeru. Our traveling companion here, Zhongli, he's quite an adept glider, as well as a well-traveled individual, a very wise and worldly gentleman. A perfect travel companion, really. But instead of climbing over these cliffs and gliding, I think we will take an alternate route. Because down below, there's a passageway, a route underneath the mountain that will take us through the cliffs and come out the other side in the lush beauty of Sumeru. So, I think we shall do that. And the way to get down there is just like this hawk in front of us here, gliding. Let's take a little glide, shall we? As I mentioned, Zhongli is an adept glider. Down below you can see the maw of the chasm, within which lurks the inky depths and untold dangers. But instead of heading down there, we're just going to come over here. This unassuming passageway up ahead will take us through the mountain and into the nation of Sumeru. The mine works around the chasm are quite run down because they've been abandoned for a while now. You see, there was an incident at the chasm. Many miners started to lose their sanity, go missing. Those that returned to the surface were changed. So the mining operations have ceased here for quite some time. But we should be able to navigate our way despite the tumble-down nature of the infrastructure here. Let's just climb here. There. This passage was only recently reopened, along like much of the rest of the chasm. It was closed down for quite some time, boarded shut to prevent unwary travelers from stumbling into things they ought not to. But now, it's open for us. Like the creaky boards. Looks like we're going to have to make another little leap here. we go. All around us, glittering ores. Some with magic, like this one up here. Some more mundane, like this one to the right. There are a great number of ores and stones and gems in Liyue. In fact, Liyue is the nation of Geo, the nation of the earth. You see, each of the 7 great nations of Teyvat is aligned with a particular element, and that element tends to define the people and commerce and the character of the nation. Liyue, which we are just leaving behind, is, as I mentioned, the nation of Geo, and mining is one of its major economic activities. But Sumeru, where we are heading, is the nation of Dendro. Dendro is the element of living, growing things, the element of plants and verdant foliage. And fittingly, as we will see, much of the nation is alive and growing. From plants and trees to fungi, like this star shroom right here. And each nation is, or was, looked over, watched over by a god, an archon, who is aligned with that nation's element. Liyue was recently removed of its archon. Liyue has been left to its own devices, so to speak. But here in Sumeru, the magic of its archon is very much alive. Creatures of each nation, of course, also embody the magic of the nation's element. You saw just disappearing up there a dendro crystal fly, a being of the purest elemental energy. And you may have noticed some other creatures about that look awfully fungal. And here we are. Welcome to Sumeru, my friends. It looks like our travels through the chasm and the passageway between nations has lasted through the day, and night is now falling in the jungle. The great flowers all around us are beginning to glow, and the stars are just becoming visible in the sky above. Let's stroll. In sharp contrast to the rocky cliffs and scrubby plateaus of the chasm. The jungles of Sumeru are bursting with life. You can hear all kinds of creatures out in the forests. There are, of course, people here too. Wardens of the jungle, like Futa here, and researchers as well. Sumeru is a nation of knowledge and wisdom, and academic pursuits are some of the most noble and revered undertakings here in Sumeru. The great academia is found here, and researchers from Sumeru disperse across Teyvat to research and unlock its many wonders and mysteries. You know, I thought Futa here was perhaps a warden of the jungle, but I think he may simply be a mercenary who is guarding this scholar here while the scholar undertakes their research. Because though the jungle may be beautiful, it is also dangerous. And there are many places throughout Teyvat. It is a world suffused with magic, the ruins of bygone civilizations, and all manner of dangerous creatures and mysteries. Of course, all that wonderful diversity makes for a beautiful and interesting place to explore. Beautiful like this incredible cascade here, a gorgeous waterfall. Speaking of ancient mystery, seems there's a cave just up ahead. Why don't we go take a look and see what might lie within? There's evidence here of human occupation, perhaps, maybe some sort of ritual purpose. Difficult to say. There's a cooking pot here. Looks like someone was here recently preparing food. Over here there are scrolls, it looks like. Perhaps academic manuscripts. Maybe some scholars from the academia have been researching this cave. Although it seems a little negligent of them to leave their manuscripts just laying around. I think it's more likely that these are prayer scrolls, perhaps. Many of the people of Teyvat are quite pious. They send prayers up to the archons which oversee their nations. And with good reason. The archons often take interest and direct action in the lives of their people. Some nations more than others. There appears to be some kind of shrine here. It looks ancient, covered in moss and the growth of ages. It's tumbled down over there. Looks like time has taken its toll. That is one of the enduring themes of Teyvat. Things may last a very long time, but nothing lasts forever. Even things that have been stable, dependable for hundreds or even thousands of years will eventually draw to an end. All things have their time. Look at these gorgeous flowers here, just gently waving in the warm breeze. It's humid here in the deep jungle. The air is heavy, like a blanket, but we can cool off in these beautiful waters. I would say these beautiful crystal clear waters, but honestly, here in Sumeru, in the jungle at least, the waters can be a little bit scuzzy. You can see we've got some algae growing on the surface here. And yet, they are refreshing all the same. These giant glowing flowers are quite remarkable, aren't they? Providing a natural illumination to the night times in the jungle. And up ahead of us, just past this waterfall, you can see Gandharva Village. Gandharva Village is situated on and in the boughs of a mighty jungle tree. And that is a common theme here in Sumeru. Many of the inhabitants of this nation live in or near great trees. Look at the beautiful moon sailing through the sky on its way down to the horizon, which means that soon we should be seeing the dawn. Now, just up ahead of us here is a great cascade, a waterfall down into another jungle pool below. But I would like to get a nice vantage point for the sunrise, which is soon to be illuminating the eastern sky. You can see it's already lighting up with a pinkish glow, the clouds just touched by the first peachy rays of the sun. But to get a really good view, we're going to have to go up. And fortunately, the jungle provides a way for us to do so. Are you ready to fly? Let's go. And just like that, we are above the canopy. Sorry, Mr. Toucan. Don't mean to disturb you, but we have a sunrise to watch. Remember when I said that Sumeru is just the other side of the Cinnabar Cliffs? Well, now we get to see the Cinnabar Cliffs from the Sumeru side. There they are. And just the other side of the cliffs is the chasm from which we came. I love watching the fluffy clouds in the Teyvat sky. The sky is so dynamic. It's almost like it's a living thing. Lovely. You might also notice that the Archon statue next to us here is crowned by a different individual than the one which we started our journey beside. That's because Sumeru is watched over by a different Archon than Liyue, like I was explaining before. Well, from here we have a beautiful view to the west as well. And while we have the village up close, in the far distance you can see the beautiful rooftops and spires of Sumeru City in an even more vast and ancient tree. But for today, why don't we take a glide down and visit the village up ahead? The gentle, warm breeze of the jungle makes for perfect gliding. Oh, what's this up ahead? Another traveler, perhaps. Darina, a traveling merchant of Sumeru, and her mighty pack beast. Darina's garb and appearance are characteristic of Sumeru, and very different from those in Liyue or in Mondstadt, which is even further away. And her pack beast here, laden as it is with all kinds of trade goods, seems to be quite content to just munch on some grass and relax in the dappled shade of the jungle. On our right here, we have another individual, Philby, an adventurer. Philby is dressed in the characteristic clothes of Mondstadt, a great, verdant, and windy nation to the northeast of Liyue. Philby is part of the famed Adventurers Guild. Their saying, their slogan, is Ad Astra Abyssosk, which means something to the stars. I actually forget. Oh, look at these little birds up ahead. They're so round. Oh my goodness, look at them. There they go. They're so round. And not only do we have round little bird friends, but we also have a very good boy up ahead. Or a good girl, perhaps. But they're waiting to greet us here. Very sweet. As you can see, the village is built into the tree beneath our feet right now. The mighty trunk of this great forest beast. This giant, this ancient, gnarled wonder. Under its spreading branches, the people of Sumeru's jungles make their homes. Like Nasrin here. Nasrin is a forest ranger. Unlike that mercenary, which I mistakenly called a forest warden previously. Well, my friends, we've come quite a way today, haven't we? We started in the Chasm and learned about its ancient history and important economic role in the nation of Liyue. We came through the Cinnabar cliffs under the mountain and emerged into the humid heat of the jungles of Sumeru. And now we end here with a beautiful view across to Sumeru City in the midday sun, but we will rest in the shade. It's perfect for a little nap time, a little midday nap and relaxation. My friends, thank you so much for joining me here today on this travel in Teyvat. I do hope you enjoyed this look at the world of Teyvat in Genshin Impact. As I said, it is vast, it is stunningly gorgeous, it is rich with lore, history, and ancient mystery. And if you would like to join me and Zhongli on further travels in Teyvat, please let me know in the comments. It would be my pleasure to explore more of this glorious world with you. Thank you again for coming along today, my friends, and I look very forward to having you with us again next time. Farewell for now.